And I'm just getting up. I'm still fucked up and blown away from the daylight before. I gotta get my smoke on. I gotta do it right now. So 5 plus my morning call. We can smoke through the night, cause we be getting it on. Just another ordinary day. Getting it on. Getting it on. Getting the smoke on. It's another ordinary day. Yeah. Getting it on. Getting it on. Getting the smoke on. Getting the smoke on. And my homies flying high in the feeling sky. High as a motherfucker, man. And I'm sipping on a maniac. So high, but no, we ain't through cheating yet. I bought another fat sack today. Time to take this shit to another level. Time to get thrown away. We be getting it on. Every day. Getting it on. Getting it on.
Boy, y'all don't know nothing about that crime boss back in the day. What's up? I'm back in this thing before they delete the video. They gonna get me. I know they gonna delete me. I know they are. I know you coming. I know you on my ass, but we out here for a few minutes. We gonna get it in. What's up, y'all? So I kind of, I just kind of like to let stuff kind of marinate a little bit before I say something about it. You know what I'm saying? And this whole situation with T.I. and his daughter pisses me off to no end because people be out here. Let me explain something to you, man. I'm from Alabama, right? One thing about my mom used to tell me this, my parents used to say this, you never grow up to me, okay? I don't care if you're 90 years old, I'm still your mom, and I'm going to be your mom, right? So let's go back. Let's go back in time, all right? November last year, T.I. got into a firestorm because T.I. said he verified that his daughter is still a virgin with the gynecologist, right? And when he said that, everybody got upset. Everybody was like, oh my God, I'm finna play it. Because it really pissed me off to listen to all this bullshit. And for him to be all scared to really kind of say what's what, you know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and play. I'm going to play it. Lord knows you can't share your screen. So
The backlash.
let's go with it. Hold on.
If I may say in my defense now, and
Go ahead.
I came here for the tough stuff. No easy ride for me, baby.
Well, then you know what? Let's just start with what's in the headlines right now. And there's this
Hyman Gate.
The uproar all started after T.I. gave an interview on parenting, specifically about his 18-year-old daughter, Deja, whose mother is singer Miss Nico. So have you had the sex talk with your daughter?
Not only have we had the conversation, we have yearly trips to the gynecologist to check her height.
Oh. From Gloria Steinem to Planned Parenthood, the backlash was immediate and huge. Founder of the Me Too movement, Tarana Burke.
See, I be done went the fuck off if they got to say something about me and mine. You know what I'm saying? If they got to say something about me and mine, I will go deep. Let me tell you, I cuss each and every last one. I go off. I wouldn't give a fuck. I wouldn't.
Had this to say.
It opens up this can of worms that I don't think that he really was prepared to open up.
What kind of worms? I mean, let me go ahead and just put this on out here on this video. Y'all know where I stand. Let me tell you something. If your daughter is a slut, if your daughter is a freak, if your daughter out here winding up pregnant before she can get her life together, that's a failure, okay? That is a failure. This girl that's so neat, whatever her name that got pregnant, that girl ain't number 24 years old. She done let a 20-year-old rapper out of Baltimore get her ass pregnant. 20 years old. I'm going in. I'm finna go in.
Talking about this long tradition of checking the purity of women's bodies.
Guys,
and I
understand.
think that a lot of
Understand, guys, this dude was in high school 2 years ago.
and have this idea that being a good father is protecting your daughter's virginity. But
Is it not? Is it? So we done got away from, see, And that's the problem I have with feminism. I despise feminism. It is evil. It is evil. I am for women getting equal pay. I'm for women getting treated fairly. I'm not for women being beat. None of that. But this stuff we call feminism today about telling you that a child is a parasite, about how it's your right to kill a child in the womb and you should be able to kill a child and suck their brains out because you was fucking to have fun. Now let's not forget. You was having sex because you was trying to feel good. Wasn't like you got raped, because that's 1% of them. You was having sex for recreational purposes, and now you want to play the victim. If I want to hear that shit, you was doing it for fun, and you got pregnant. Let's because they always want to leave that piece out. Well, I'm pregnant. You got pregnant because you was fucking for fun. Just like they beating that boy up for coming to Atlanta and going to the strip club, and now they tried people was wanting him suspended for the rest of the year for basketball because he came here. He was having fun. People don't like that. I went to people say you can have fun, but you can go down to the Atlantic Station or you could go to. I took my son to the aquarium Sunday. You could barely walk around in the aquarium. There was so many people in there Sunday. Or was it? Yeah, it was Sunday afternoon. Took him in there, people everywhere. Probably just as crowded as the strip club. But guess what? He got beat up for going to the strip club. Now, if they had a picture of him with his cousin or something, taking his little young cousin to the aquarium, it wouldn't have been no big deal. But because he went to the strip club, it's because you in there to see some ass. That's what pissed everybody off, right? Now, the whole situation with this little girl getting pregnant, and she ain't nothing but a little girl. She ain't nothing but 24. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. That pissed me off. That pissed me off. That's his fault. He kept his mouth shut. Yeah, he should have kept his mouth shut. Well, let me keep going. Let me keep going. Let me keep going.
So problematic in so many ways. It lends itself to this notion that men own their daughters. Author and professor of social.
What makes you think that's the thing? I'm your father. I raise you. I pay the bills, right? I love you. I give my life for you. I put food on your back. Food on your table, clothes on your back for your life until you 18 years old. And chances are, a little daughter, you're gonna probably be taking care of her ass in her early 20s until she get married and whenever, right? You probably still gonna be taking care of her. And if that's the case, then as you as a father have the right to speak into your son. Turn that down. Why you bring this loud thing in here? This little boy followed me everywhere. Let me turn it down, boo. Turn it down. Gotta watch this little superhero stuff. But anyway, guys, that's the thing. Like, I'm sorry. If my mama or dad was paying my bills, funding me, sustaining my life, they would have the right to speak on my life. I don't know what Warner Burke gets off with that, but that's some bullshit.
Geology at Georgetown University, Michael Eric Dyson shares his opinion.
Being a father, a black father in particular, is not the easiest thing in the world.
Okay, if you grown, then you don't get no money. Like, y'all, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, Hattie. No, Hattie. Your daughter is 24 years old and then pop the baby out by a nigga that's 20 years old that's a rapper out of Baltimore. Would you want that for your daughter, Hattie? Is that the most optimal situation? To have a child out of wedlock by a nigga that's 20 years old that's trying to be a fucking rapper? Is he making enough money as a rapper to pay daycare? Is he? Because that I'm talking about. If you knowing her, she's gonna want that child coming from money. She's gonna want that child in a $300-400 a week daycare. Can he pay that? Is he getting enough bookings to pay $1,600 a month in daycare? Huh? See this shit. We gotta come on, man. Come on, man. We make excuses for this shit. This is fucked up. This girl that got pregnant. She ain't got her life together. She's still living off her parents. Everybody want to act like that shit ain't going on. This was a failure. And I don't really, you know what pissed me off about this situation? You can't blame the father in this situation because when he tried to be a dad, what did y'all do? Huh? How many women was out here dropping videos? This is the misogyny of men, especially black women. Now look, where they at now? I came to rub it in your face because all y'all was the main ones out here talking about this man and how he shouldn't be out here verifying she's a virgin, this, that. Let me explain something to you. Nothing makes you prouder as a father than for you to walk down the aisle, your daughter's wedding day, to a successful black man who's on his business, who you respect as a man, who you feel like can get out there and do what he got to do Even if he ain't there financially, but you see he's there, he has the character to get there, and you hand him a daughter who is chaste. See, y'all ain't. See, I'm telling you this as a man. See, y'all, I got a son, but as a man, let me explain something to you. As a man, that's how we think. Brothers, co-sign me. Co-sign me. Type of one in the chat if I'm telling the truth. You don't want your daughter out there. She'd have been ran through by some damn rapper. That's the first thing T.I. said. I don't want my daughter's dating rappers. He said that because he know what time it is. He know what time it is. He already know a rapper. I know what type of niggas they are. I know. Look at YFN and Lucci with Lil Wayne's daughter. Look at how he did her. Look at how he did it. There's a video of her standing in the bathroom on Instagram Live. This nigga come up behind her like he finna slip the dick in on live camera. I would have had to kill that nigga if that was my daughter. Nigga, don't you dare come up on no camera in front of the world and act like you sliding your dick up in my daughter on a camera, man. And she wasn't number like 18. This nigga was 30. 30. This nigga was 30 years old, damn near child molester. Now she up there now done got pregnant by a nigga that's 20 years old. Probably can't even, that nigga probably barely can pay rent. Some Baltimore rapper. Shit. Mm-mm. Anybody, she 24, not 14. Look, let me explain something. See, Hattie, we gotta Hattie, we have to require more standards in our community. Having a baby out of wedlock is not good, Hattie. I thought, and you one of my normals, you one of my usuals, so I know you know. So, but having a child out of wedlock is probably not the most optimal way to have a child. You don't want to have a child and the daddy live in Baltimore, you live in Atlanta. So now that child, so now y'all gotta, not so what you gonna shack is y'all gonna get married. The nigga 20 years old. He was in high school 2 years ago. You can't tell me you didn't, you can't tell me, Hattie, that you don't see the error in that is not good. That's not good. They beat T.I. down for trying to make sure his daughters are chaste and not look. Not look. You see what I'm saying? We need to raise the standards. You're right. What standards? That's what I'm saying. But you can't. Women got to hold up. They got to hold his L for beating him down for having standards, trying to be a patriarch of his family and lead and protect, which is what y'all say we supposed to do. Then when a man try to do it, but it don't necessarily make you feel good and be able to do what you want to do and get out here and spread them legs and put them behind your head and let niggas just run all up in you raw. When you can't do what you want to do, now you're being misogynistic. Fuck that. That's the problem right there. See what I'm saying? You got to hold both ends of the L. You got to take what comes with it. Hattie, it looked like that's what you want to say. I guess you want to say that, okay, she had a child out of wedlock. Okay, fine. See, this is my thing. See, Tip come from money. Tip got money. Your mama got money. She's never known the lights getting cut off or waking up on Christmas Day and y'all ain't got shit under the tree. You ain't got no damn tree, right? She don't know nothing about that. Going this waiting every 4 months, trying to make your shoes stretch out to Christmas so you can get some more stuff. Hopefully you'll get some for spring break. Your mama might buy you some more shoes. Your shoes ain't never over $70. She don't know nothing about that. So that girl came from me. There's nothing wrong with that. That's good she came up like that. But what I'm saying is, when you come from that type of money, if I was T.I., I would want my daughter to be around and date guys that are in that circle. That's how wealthy people operate. That's why T.I. said he didn't want his kids out there. Most time when you see a man that's from the streets that made it successful, he don't want his kids. I listen to E.T. I've been listening to E.T., the hip hop preacher, all day, the last 4 days. I've been listening to him all day. He said his son wouldn't know how to survive. He said, man, his son, if I dropped him off in the middle of the ghetto in Detroit, wouldn't know how to survive. He wouldn't know what to do. He'll be petrified. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. We need to start thinking, hey, I want to provide my son or daughter with a better situation than I had. We can't think that, well, shit, I went through it. They need to go through it. You know what I'm saying? No, we need to. So I'm thinking that's what T.I. was trying to do. That's what I'm going to do. I don't want my son going through the shit I went through when I grew up, the fights and shit I had to get in coming up. I don't want him going through that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I don't. That's not love. I'm not knocking my parents because they didn't know that they did the best they could. But what I'm saying is, parenting comes with you protecting and providing your child, starting them at the bottom. So for my child, he's going to start at a way higher plateau than I ever was. I was ever at. My whole damn life growing up. I want him to start there. So when you got a daughter and she done popped out a child, because let me tell you something, I will cut your ass off. You grown enough to lay down and have like if I have a daughter and she doing her thing, she getting an education and she trying to like say she trying to start a business, I will still probably pay rent, do things for her, but make sure she's straight, you know. But as soon as you lay down and pop a child, your ass cut off. Okay. So you have okay. Well, look, are you paying your own rent? You paying your own car note? You paying your own daycare? That nigga need to pay for it because obviously he need to be a man. If you laid down with him, because she had a little video talking about I'm on my Nicki Minaj. Like, wait a minute, Nicki Minaj is married, even though that nigga is a loser. Still, she married. You know what I'm saying? And Nicki Minaj is in her mid-30s. You 24, you not established. We don't know who the hell you are. What you gonna be? Hey, daddy. You know what I'm saying? My mama used to my mama used to lecture my sister all the time about whenever some other young girl would get pregnant, she'd say, see here, and my mama would say, I'll be riding in the back seat. This was when I was in elementary school. My sister in junior high, we'd be riding home, and my mom would be like, see that so and so, she fast, see this, see that. You need to be, you know what I'm saying? And this is why you need to get your education, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I ain't trying to brag, but all of us got out, got our education, and didn't fuck up like that. My sister had a child by the time she was in her damn 30s. My oldest sister had a child in her 40s. Okay? We wasn't popping no children out at 24 years old. We don't know who the fuck we gonna be, what we doing, nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no shoot. I just had y'all hear, man. Y'all hear my son. You hear how little he is. We didn't. I grew up, my mom told us not to do that. Make sure you got your life together. Make sure you got yourself so you can take care of that child and provide them a quality life. Now, you know her daddy got Tip being the type of guy he is, he gonna probably take care of his grandchildren. I get it. But my thing is, let this be a cautionary tale because a lot of these sisters out here need to understand that um was one in a million to find. Yep, true. Truth be told, truth is the truth. Sierra was one in a million to find Sierra, but T.I.'s daughter don't have a name for herself, so it's over. We've seen this a million times. Yep, that's the problem, man. I don't look, man. Can she come back? Look, she can make a mistake. She number 24. I'm not gonna just condemn her for the rest of her life, but this is a blotch against her. This is like a scarlet letter. This is a blotch against her. If she had been like 32, 33, got her money right and did this, did that, it still would have been a blotch, but at least it would have been a smaller blotch. When you do that shit at 24, what man in your age group that's 24 years? So now you got to deal with niggas that and see niggas that I'm gonna be honest with you, dudes that's in their early 20s that got money, come from money. We don't know, we don't see them. Like Robert, let's say she had a baby by Robert Smith's son or some shit. I would be like, oh, okay. Well, at least she did choose a dude. You chose a 20-year-old broke ass wannabe rapper out of Baltimore. I don't think he sheltered her too much. I don't think. I think. Let me tell you something about sheltering the child, man. It's one thing to shelter a child. It's another thing for when that child get older. Because one of them was in a music group. Um, I mean, they went to school. They had everything. They probably enjoyed life. I ain't gonna sit up here and say they didn't enjoy life. You can't tell me that. I think they did enjoy life. I think they had fun. They traveled. They did a lot of good things in Atlanta. I know they did. I don't think he sheltered them like that. And she 20 something. She been out there. So yeah, kids. Let me tell you something. Kids are gonna want to rebel anyway. Like that's something you can only pray as a parent, and I'm not under any delusions that you rarely are you gonna see somebody raise a child and they don't go through some hard head rebellious stage. It's just it's some chemical imbalance. They stupid as fuck. That's just they don't know they stupid, but they are, and that's who you see leading a lot of these protests out here. Is dumb motherfuckers. You can't tell me how to react. Like okay, I can't tell you how. I can't judge how you react. Okay, go burn down a black business. Yeah, that's smart. You know, but those are the people you hear saying that shit. That's why I tell you, you gotta watch who you listen to. I'm not knocking, Jason Black always talk about you can't trust these old niggas. Some of these, like, I'm not finna be led by a 20-year-old. I'm just not. You don't know enough. You don't know shit yet. You don't. So I'm not finna listen to your ass telling me about politics or how I need to think politically. And if you're a grown man letting a 20-year-old lead you into how you think politically, then that probably is indicative of your apathy throughout the rest of your life, to be honest with you. Because that has no business happening. you know. But Hattie, you really going at me today, man. I thought you was one of my allies, man. You be on me, don't you? What about Zonique? Zonique, look, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, we talking about her. We talking about the girl who made a dumb decision. That was ignorant. In no way, shape, form, or fashion can anybody tell me that that was good. That was the form. That was the same one who caught with the gun at the airport. On the oh, she was. Oh, okay. That helps. So she probably wanted to be that type of chick. Want to be that down chick. Want to fuck with a rapper. See, let me tell you something about girls. Some of them they don't get it. A girl will be with the nigga that really bothers her, like that their parents tell them not. A lot of times they gonna go exactly where you tell them not to be. That's just how they are because it's exciting. It's the excitement of it. See, guys, we think that women choose drug dealers or these type of rapper type guys because they just because they sell drugs because they rap. No, it's because they're exciting. It's the same thing as that's why professional athletes, that's why the guy that's on the basketball team gets a lot of women, or the quarterback, it's exciting because you have what other women desire because it is exciting. He presents excitement. Now you can do that. Any man can create excitement. Doesn't necessarily have to be the same. You doesn't have to be the same way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Oh, she probably on her way. She on her way. She don't worry. This ain't the first one. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't knock uh, people that make one mistake. You can make a mistake and do something. And I'm not, children are a blessing, but when you get what I'm saying. Let's say she got that one child. It's a blotch against her. But I don't blame Ti for being upset. I don't blame Ti for saying I don't respect this dude. I don't know that he seemed like an upstanding guy. Well, yeah, but Ti probably really he can't really say what he really thinking because he don't want to come off as he wants to seem woke and conscious. But Ti probably said this nigga broke. This nigga's 20 years old. His life ain't started yet. This nigga, you probably can book this nigga for $1,500, probably once or twice a month, if that. He probably get booked every other month. This is the most famous he's ever been, right? So this guy, because even when Ti was $3,500, he stayed booked. I remember I was trying to promote back then. He was actually busy. Um, well, I mean, we'll see. Well, that's the thing, though, guys. Let me explain something to you about that. If you a guy from the streets, say you used to sell dope, whatever, you became a rapper, you became successful in something. Do you want your child with a nigga like that? Because you gotta understand, like I got friends. We all from the hood, man. You got friends that you grew up around that they wouldn't go home. They wanted to sell dope, so but they'll go 3 days in the same clothes selling dope. They was just I'm just telling you, like dudes, some dudes are very grimy like that. I don't want my child, and I ain't no street dude, but I wouldn't want my daughter dating no street dude, even if I did come from that arena. You know what I'm saying? Um, I wouldn't want that. And the reason that's why he moved it. That's why he put her in probably one of the best schools he could put her in. That's why he probably um, spent the money he spent to make sure her education was good. You don't spend the money on them children and put them in a situation where they can't be in put in a good position in life, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what good parenting is. I mean, I wouldn't feel like a good dad if I did that. So I don't think he want his daughter out there with no damn rapper, man. I wouldn't. He said that though. He actually said that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that guys, in order to break a cycle, I'm not beating. See, this is the thing. We can't have this more. He did it. We can't do that. We can't do that. Because everybody, I'm sure if I got 53 people on here, somebody on here done fucked up and did something. You wasn't a 400, were you a 4.0 student? So that means okay, when your kids get up in elementary school or high school, and they getting F's, what you gonna say to them? Well, I can't say nothing to them. I had a 2.8. You're gonna be on their ass. You better get nope, nope, we getting the tutor. Nope, nope, we not gonna have this. And I will be right there with you, co-signing it if you want excellence for your children. So I don't knock this man. There's nothing wrong with Ti wanting better for his daughter. Nothing wrong for that. But when you was a rapper, yeah, but and look at him. Look where he moved. Look, you can tell what he thinks by where he put his children. If he really felt the way y'all saying he feel, where he's like, well, I can't really say nothing. Well, okay, well then go ahead and send him to Tri City up here and move in the hood somewhere. And you worth $200 million. Let's see how long that lasts. No, you want your children in nice stuff, nice education. Some of his children have taken acting classes, and 'cause I know people that teach that stuff. And they tell him, oh yeah, see how I bring his kids up. He want what's best for him. That's what a good dad does. That's what I would do. I don't want my son going through the shit I went through. Where you going, boy? Come on back up here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going there. No, you're not. You coming right here. That's where you're gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Uh, agreed. It is, man. I'm not finna sit up here. I want what's best for my children. That's why I for guys, and this is me. I'm not the type of guy. If I had a child, let's say some girl came from back in the day and said, "Hey, this is your son." Let me tell you something. You want to talk about mad? Because one of the things with me, I can't have my DNA, my son, daughter, walking this earth, and I'm not there to protect them. I'm not there to be the dad that I feel like I should be. You see what I'm saying? So I can't have children out here and don't treat them and give them the best I can give them. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're behind. We got so many people, like Iverson just said, that'll have a child and won't care about that child, don't want what's best for that child. So what? She got a child? No, 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 no. Ain't no so what. That's because let me tell you something. As a father, I understand the responsibility that comes with it, and I know that at 24, she's not gonna be able to live the life she thinks she's gonna want to live. Now, of course, her dad's a multimillionaire. If he spoils her, and probably that's what he might do, which is gonna only encourage more children. So I wouldn't do that. But what he's probably gonna do is take care of the child, get her a nanny, and then now she got a nanny, she can go out in the streets and have fun and live a normal life like her friends. Cause she got a nanny, she can still go out on Friday, Saturday nights and hang out and be on the scene, right? A good dad will be like, I'm not paying for nothing. That nigga pay for it. You and him y'all figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I got the baby for Christmas. I give him a nice Christmas. I give them toys. When they come over here, I take care of them. But you ain't gonna be dropping them off over here every 2 weeks, every day. You gonna keep them. You gonna handle it. I've seen people do their kids like that. I done seen people have their children fuck around and have a child, and the daddy tell them, like one of my homeboys had a child, and the daddy said, don't bring him on. You keep him. It's his weekend, your weekend, you got him. You keep him the whole weekend. Don't you ain't going nowhere. Don't ask your mama. Me and her finna go. That's good parenting, man. You gotta feel that. She 24 years old. She gotta feel that. She in the prime of her damn like you in your best years of your life. 24 years old. You're my well, I ain't gonna say best years, but you get what I'm saying. You in that youthful, exuberant stage when you're supposed to be having fun and living your best life, and your ass out here then got pregnant by a nigga that probably can't even pay for the daycare. I'm just being honest. Ask him $1,600 a month for daycare. But that's the type of daycare that somebody from her caliber is gonna want. Because she used to having $100,000 calls and trips and shit. You can't put that baby in no $150 a week daycare. Hell no. She have a fit. And then she gonna put his ass on child support. He ain't number 20. The nigga was in high school a year and a half ago. Guys, if he was in high school, if he finished. But just think about this. This dude was in school literally 18 months ago. We just got to look at it that way. We don't think like that. This dude was in high school about to graduate. And you didn't pop the babe out by this nigga. That was a failure. If I had a daughter and she did that, I would be highly disappointed. But what really angers me and pisses me off is the way society, YouTube, and all these people responded when T.I. checked the hymen of his daughter. Because I remember making a video and a lot of sisters was upset because I was like, man, I don't blame T.I. He's trying to protect his daughter from these niggas out here because I'm a dude. And I'm going to tell you something about us now. We just want the goodies. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you, I'm talking about the good ones, the ones you think, the good ones, the ones that's on here talking about they just want a wife, they lying, they just want to fuck. I tell y'all that all the time. I'm telling you what I know. Niggas just, there are dudes that when they get to a certain point in their life, they're ready to settle down and be a husband and raise their kids and do that. But he got to make his mind up when he's ready for that. But at 20 years old, he ain't ready for that. So your daughter is pretty much a baby mama now, and she's gonna be a single mom. Can that dude be a good father to his son? I don't know. That remains to be seen. He need to move his ass down here around because she need a family, so she probably needs to stay in Atlanta, which means he needs to move his ass down here to Atlanta now, and he needs to find a way to make money in Atlanta. But now you just noticed the nigga that got T.I. daughter pregnant in Atlanta. You're not a rapper. It ain't like you got some buzz down here. Your buzz is probably in Baltimore. See what I'm saying? So, dudes, that's what we want. Like y'all, I hate to say, I hate to let the cat out of the bag. That's what we want. We want to beat them guts up. And so that's what he did. T.I. knows that. I know that. All the brothers know that. We know that. That's why you hear me when I hear these cats on here, man. I just want she dated a thug. She didn't date me. What that is my dick dry. I didn't get the guts. She should have gave it to me, not that nigga. That's what it is. But we know that sounds like a hater, so you gotta kind of, you know, y'all hear me say that, but this pendulum swings back the other way now. When y'all beat a man down for trying to raise his kids and do the right thing, then you gotta hold his L. And right now, they sisters got to hold his L. They was the main ones beating T.I. up because a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of the sisters was mad at this man. That's controlling. That's misogynistic. He has no business. Wait a minute. How the fuck you gonna tell me I pay the light, gas, water? That's what my mom used to tell me. That's what my dad and them they'll say to me. Well, who put them clothes on your back? Who gave you that car you driving? Who paid the utilities where you live at? Huh? You. What shit? If somebody pay all that for me, they got the business, they got the right to talk to me, especially if they birthed me and raised me. They're like my son telling me, you don't have the right when he's 4. Yeah, but they're like my son telling me some stuff, and I'm just like, well, I mean, it's not my right. Once the girl turned 15, you ain't got the right to tell her to keep her legs closed. Fuck out of here. People kill me with that. Well, he did that and she got pregnant. This is the thing I'm talking about. You are right. People get pregnant even if you try to raise them right. Kids sell dope. I know niggas that sold dope and both of their parents was in the house making good money. Man had a 6-figure house a year income and he wanted to sell dope. But chances are, statistically, because see this, we got to go ahead and go there for a second, D-Lee. Boy, stop ringing that doorbell. Leave it alone. So let me get this straight. Statistically, when a man is in his house and he is trying to keep his daughter chaste, let's take a statistical, guys, and I want to poll you guys. Type of 1 if you believe that the daughter will usually turn out better if the dad is trying to do what T.I. is doing versus a dad that ain't even in her life. What's gonna happen statistically? Type of 1 if you believe she's gonna turn out better, because I believe she will. Let me type my 1. I believe the daughter's gonna turn out better. So I don't see why everybody beats, because I hear that when it comes to parenting, well, you need to, be, well, maybe he should have told her about protection. She's 24 years old. She knew about protection. These kids know what time it is. They want to fuck without a rubber. They want to fuck without a rubber. So we gotta some stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, if he had told her, hey man, it's the real world out here, and you're a woman, and dudes want to have sex, and if you're gonna have sex, just wrap up and make sure you safe. But and that's you as a parent, you do have to eventually tell your children that. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be telling my little 6-year-old that. But I do think eventually, as you get older, you need to explain to them the predatory nature of us as men. Look, it's like, look, man, it's like a gazelle talking to a lion. Okay, like I'm a lion too. I'll admit, I am. I've been a dog a couple of times. I've been a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Most dudes can relate to being a hoe. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, a lot of times, even though we could be a hoe, when I try to tell you some real game, that's what a dad does. He's supposed to really, I think of the father as that buffer to kind of protect you and explain to you, this is why dudes are like this. This is what, like when a guy come talking to you, he needs to, if you say a guy say he want to be with you, watch his life. If he says he wants something, see what type of ambition does he have. If he says he wants to do this, see if he's working towards it. See, that's something that a father would tell his daughter instead of just, paying the bills and just sitting there being quiet. So I'm sorry, T.I. tried to do right. If kids do rebel, it happens, but that doesn't mean we should stop parenting. That doesn't mean T.I. shouldn't have never did what he did. I think he was right. If you think he was wrong, tell me. Type of two if you think T.I. was wrong. He should have been teaching her how to vet/date instead of teaching her. And yes, I agree. Well, yeah, I didn't say he shouldn't. I didn't. Parenting is very complex. It's not just one thing. But I think he should have been teaching her both, not instead. I think he should have been controlling it, telling her, but then explaining to her how if you do date, this is who you date. Why not do both? Because I don't know a man on this chat that ain't gonna try to protect his daughter's virginity. If you ain't gonna try to tell your daughter, if you ain't gonna try to protect your daughter from being explain to her why she should be a virgin and she should be out here having sex until she get her life together. Type of two, type of three, whatever. Just don't type of one. If you think it's okay for a man to be out here not doing, that's what we supposed to do. I ain't no real nigga if I let my daughter out here letting trains get ran on her. If my daughter out here not even letting trains get run on her, but she got her boyfriend blowing her back out every damn weekend. And you cool with that shit? Well, he a good dude. He a good dude. No. Is she gonna do it? If I find out, I'm gonna get on your ass. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell you to wait. You know what I'm saying? You like, well, damn, you not being realistic. It's not about being realistic. It's about being a father. I know that sounds very unrealistic to say, but what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, I think you can protect your virginity and try to tell your daughter, try to do what Ti was doing, which was just trying to make sure. And if let's say she had lost it, I don't think he's gonna disown her, but at least he could have at least been like, you know, didn't, she would have got some heat from my ass. It ain't gonna just be you done lost your virginity and I'm cool with it at 15 years old or something. No, it's gonna be a big problem. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you why, because it's a lot of shit that go with having sex that people just ain't ready. And then this what get me. That's why I think Lil Wayne daughter fucked up. Let me go there for a second. You got a 30-year-old man that been in the bedroom fucking grown women probably for I don't know how long, right? Soon as that girl turned 18, this nigga done blew her back out and probably got her mind. Now he had her so under control that he can walk up on live TV. I mean, not on TV, on Instagram. He could walk up and literally act like he's sliding the dick in on Instagram, and she's smirking like that shit funny. Cause she don't understand you look like he made you look like a hoe. You don't do no shit like that. But that's what he did. Then she got mad. Let me show you how this what happened to her. She 18, she got with a 30-year-old man. This dude up here having that cucumber challenge shit, right? She was mad about that shit. Said she wasn't gonna fool with him. Now she back with him again. After all that shit she was talking. See what I'm saying? It's best to protect them as long as you can and explain to them this stuff. I don't think Lil Wayne taught her that. He didn't. And as you can see, she getting ran on through there by YFN and Lucci, whatever his name. That nigga about 32, 33 years old. I'd be like, nigga, my daughter 18, you 30 some years old. What the hell you doing with my daughter? That's how I would have felt. You know what I'm saying? That's what the dad's supposed to do. Remember in Players Club when the daddy was when Jamie Foxx came over there and he was showing them stuff like that? At the end of the day, that's what dad's supposed to do, man. Protect. You're supposed to put fear in it. You should put fear in these niggas about your daughter. There was this dude. I remember I was in high school. This girl named Carmen. She had like three beautiful sisters. And so when she when she did what it was, every nigga liked her. But nobody would ever go to their house. Because everybody was scared to go to their house. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would ever go to their house because they knew that dad wasn't nothing to play with. I went over there. We went to the I took her to the debutante ball in high school, right? I went over there. I said, "Hey, how you doing?" We just was going to rehearsal. He grabbed my hand, squeezed it all firm, and looked me in the face, and was talking but I wasn't intimidated. I looked at me, "Hey, how you doing?" Because my parents taught me that. But he kind of came in there and drilled me a little bit. So what's up? What's your intentions with my daughter? You taking her to the? That's what you're supposed to do. Shit, man. Like, damn. And you telling me that's control? No, not you, but you know what I'm saying. Society. was condemning him for doing what he was supposed to do, which was making sure that she's protected. I feel sorry for dudes with daughters. I'm gonna tell you right now, every damn near every young ain't no ain't damn near every young black boy trying to beat the brakes of. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. With as little responsibility as possible. And when that happens, you're like, well, wait a minute, maybe that's what she wants. I think guys, I think this is the thing. This is why coochie no longer has any value. This is why people don't want to get married. This is really the rotting away of society. Because when you take away the whole idea, and they're gonna take my video down because YouTube is on me. They just on my ass, right? But I just think that you know, I don't know. I just think that when it comes down to it, the rotted society is rotting away because a lot of people don't really look at it from the mentality of you should value it. That's why coochie has. That's why a lot of y'all are single women. See, because you kind of like your own worst enemy. You don't realize it, but you causing a lot of this shit. All that slut walk shit. All that. Every time you flip on Instagram and you see women grabbing their ankles and pulling it behind their head. Every time you go with. Every time you go with what's the name of it? Only friends and all that shit, when you on there doing that different stuff, that is going to cause you the value because it's a market, right? The value, brothers ain't. It's like, okay. Well, I can get some ass and I ain't got to marry nobody. I ain't got to be in a relationship. I ain't got to pay for nothing. I ain't got. All I got to do is, she down. She a freak. What's wrong to it? I don't know. Give it to me, boo. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Just hit play. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Okay, I got it. A lot of times, man, we don't look at stuff like that. We look at it like, oh, it's okay. No, that stuff is not harmless. Having sex is not something that's harmless. Having sex is major. You know what I'm saying? Mm. Yeah, it is a come up for him. It's a big come up for him because you can say what you want. He gonna be around their house for Christmas. Ti gonna probably, I ain't gonna lie, he might try to get if he's smart. I try to get them inroads in with Tip. See if he can make a couple of calls to some people and help me get on. That's what I would do if I was him. You know what I'm saying? I would use that situation. Hell, but that's the thing. Why do you want I would want my daughter with a dude I ain't got to do that for. I want my daughter with a dude. First of all, I want my daughter with a rapper. I've promoted rappers. Not even rappers. I had a comedy club. Let me tell you something about business. Every week, every comedian that I had girls that worked in there. I couldn't control them. They did what they wanted to do. Right? There was this girl that would fuck every comedian that came into town every weekend. I would go over there to pick the comedians up to go do promotion. Her car out there every fucking weekend. You name it. I can name them comedians' names, but I ain't gonna do it like that. Fuck it. Marcus Combs. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Every week they was on them. Every week slurping them. Every week, right? So, and this is just rappers. I mean, this is just like comedians. I can imagine what you remember. What his name? Lil Boosie said, "Man, you know how many women have raped us and done all types of sexual assault things to us. These women are he know that. That's why Ti said that because he know what it's like being a rapper. So I'm sorry, women have brought this like the hypocrisy of it. It's just like Janelle Monae said, black men shouldn't be rappers shouldn't be right. We should get rid of male rap. We shouldn't hear anything but female rap. As if female rap ain't nothing but how good they pussy is half the time. That's all they rap about. How good they can fuck you know, I got this fat ass and I got good pussy and I give you good head. That's what they rap about. But somehow she ignored all that as if women are rapping about history or some shit. As if Nicki Minaj and Cardi B out here rapping about some good shit, right? These are the number one rappers, right? And then she said, well, yeah, we don't need no more men rappers. Men shouldn't be allowed Hello? Can you hear me now? Hope you hear me now. Is that better? Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. Uh, sorry about that. But um, but let me say this, man. A lot of times women want to have this thing turned on its ear, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't have it both ways. I think this Ti situation with his daughter is really um. Thank you. I think this Ti situation with his daughter is really a telltale sign. Where's Tarana Burke now? Hmm? Where are all these people? See, if I was tipped, I wouldn't have came to. If I did go to the red table, they'd have hated my ass. I'd have told the fucking truth, and they would have made him the poster boy of misogyny had he done that. He was scared. He bitched up, and so what that the message? See, because I'm kind of like I'm wondering now. Is it did she get pregnant because of Ti's upbringing, and she just still got pregnant, like V Lee was just saying, or if your dad, because she got pregnant about 3-4 months ago. Was it after them times where you saw that your dad had to bow to women and that bullshit and that feminism bullshit? When he went and kissed the ring and bowed down and basically backed up and said, wait a minute, I really don't check my daughter's hymen at the gynecologist. I really don't, really not like that. And then all of a sudden, when you see that, oh, okay, well, shit, let me go fuck so and so, so and so. I don't know. I can't say 100% that it's not true that she got pregnant really because she saw how her dad had to basically get checked by women. So I don't know. So we can say that this is just he did all that and she still wound up pregnant. Well, yeah, but I mean shit. Y'all did go at this dude and tell him he was wrong to try to raise up the daughter his way. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I think a lot of times I think part of this has to go on the part of the blame has to go to women in this misogynistic bullshit that they keep talking about. That has to go to it. You can't keep talking that shit, and you know, you just can't. She got caught up. She in love with that guy. Well, yeah, she probably is. That's the bottom line. But let me ask you this: when you're 24 years old, because I remember my brother, I was like 20 years old. My brother tried to hook me up with a chick. She was 25. He worked with a real beautiful girl up in Atlanta. This when I was at Wallace and Selma. He said, I'm gonna hook you up with my brother. She asked him, how old is he? Oh, you got a younger brother? How old is he? He said, well, he's 20. She said, oh no. Uh-uh. I can't talk to no 20-year-old. She was 25, right? You 24. Not only that, you come from money and you let a 20-year-old get you pregnant. That's a lack of game. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, yeah, thank you. That you took me. I actually got away from that. You are exactly right. Jada Pinkett is out here getting her back blown out by August Alsina with the permission of her husband, and you want to try to G-check Ti about making sure his daughter's chaste? Why the hell are we getting our morality from Jada Pinkett? Look at her. I ain't trying to be funny. Look at how her kids turned out. I ain't trying to be funny. As fucked up as this situation is if I had to choose a daughter, I would rather be Zonique, you know what I'm saying, than Willow. You better believe this. You dealing with some old different shit with her and Jaden. They on some old different shit, man. They on some whole different shit. Jaden and Willow, they on some different shit. So I wouldn't ain't no telling what the fuck they into shit. And Willow, hey, somebody, they say some white dude was jacking off to her when she was a little girl, and like this, ain't no telling it. She probably running with him. Remember that picture came out? She laying in the bed with some 18, 19. She's like 11 years old. Like she laid in the bed like she done got sexed out at 11 years old with some white boys and shit. Hell no, hell no. Mm-mm. They children on some other shit. And let's not forget, Jaden came out there. He is my boyfriend. Remember he said that about Tyler the Creator? I wouldn't want to deal with that shit. I'd rather deal with Zonique. You know what I'm saying? I'd have seen girls get pregnant at 24. Okay. I seen that shit. She seemed a little bit more normal, you know. Snoop Dogg got checked. That's what I'm saying. These women, are checking these men at a point where you can't really blame them now when their daughters turn out to be sluts or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You got what's her name doing a slut walk? What's her name? Amber Rose. Why don't you bring our ass to the red table talk? Because there's a got dichotomy between that shit. This how you know feminism is full of shit. You could be a feminist and say that a woman is being objectified, and if she's showing her ass, she's being objectified. This is misogyny, right? Then you could be a feminist and say, well, you shouldn't be able to control my sexual desires. I should be able to go after what I want. Why is it that men can get away with this? I feel like a woman should be able to do what they want to do just like a man. Da 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 da. Da. So if I want to fuck as many people just like a man, I should be able to do it and not be called a slut, right? Because it's called slut shaming. Both of those are feminism. One of them wrong. Somebody you got to choose a side. Can't have both. You know what I'm saying? I'm a woman. I can slap you, hit you. You can't hit me back because I'm a woman, right? You can't hit me. If we in the house and a burglar breaks in, you got to fight the burglar off because you're a man, right? But then a woman can slap and punch and kick and beat a man, and it's funny. It's laughable. Ha ha ha. She slapped like Meg Thee Stallion, right? Was beating up Tory Lanez, and everybody's laughing. Only reason he shot her ass because she was beating his ass. Now she the victim. She came out, black women are unprotected. That pissed me off. That pissed me way off. That she would even fix her mouth to shit on. You shitting on brothers, you was whooping that brother ass because he was fucking this Instagram model. And see, we've seen you lie before. We know you don't have any good integrity. We've seen you lie about your record, the guy that brought you out and spent all that money on you and gave you a good deal, right? And you lied and said he gave you a bad deal. So how are we gonna know that you wasn't whooping up on Tory Lanez and he had to pull a gun out and whoop your ass? Because he's 5'3", 120 pounds. Let me tell you something. They say she about 5'7". If Tory Lanez was 6'2", 220 pounds and had to knock her ass out, right? See, this is just like the Ray Rice situation. And this is why when they suspended Stephen A, it's like women, they suspended Stephen A, right? Stephen A got suspended when this white girl, Michelle Beadle, was up there saying, because all Stephen A said was, I don't believe a man should ever hit a woman. But I always tell my nieces and my sisters and all of them, don't put your hands on a man because if he hits you, he can hurt you before we get there. So you keep your hands to yourself. And then all of a sudden, Michelle Beadle got upset. Next thing you know, Stephen A got suspended for some bullshit. Came back and gonna talk about, I spoke out of turn. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. So we can't. So telling a woman to keep her hands to herself. There's a couple other cases. The brother that was on Last Chance Youth, he was at Florida State. This white girl was in his face talking like she gonna whoop his ass. She slapped him. He balls his fists up and punched her ass in the mouth. I would have called that shit even. That's just how I am. If you're gonna put your hands on a man like that and you punch that boy in the mouth, you don't know him, he ain't getting that to you. This is white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girl. You know how that shit goes. Blonde-haired women get away with blonde-haired white women get away with child molestation. They can do anything. They can sleep with students and get off, right? So when that happened, he left. And of course, she a white girl. A bunch of white men came around there. I'm like, why y'all ain't stopping when she was jumping in that man's face, right? He left because he's scared. He wound up getting locked up. He wound up at Last Chance Youth. Other situation, brother, I think it was Oklahoma. White girl spit on him. Okay? Spit on him. He knocked her ass out, rightfully so, right? Because anytime you spit on somebody, you come on, man. Come on. He knocked her ass out. Some white, same case. Blonde-haired white girl, he don't know her from a can of paint. They got into it over something. She spit on him like he a child. Yo, I wouldn't even spit on. I take it. She spit on him like he was dirt. Not even a. I wouldn't spit on a dog. Let alone. You get what I'm saying? So what happened? So it's like this feminism shit. Everybody sees, like even on ESPN. I watched the videos and I never forget. They showed the videos and the women was doing this shit. I'm like, damn, does everybody not see this woman punch this dude in the face before he hit her? They covered that story, but that boy from Florida State, and they acted like she didn't just punch him in the face. Had he done exactly what she did, he would have still got in trouble. They would have still covered the show on ESPN, and nobody had the balls to say, hey, man, maybe she shouldn't have put her hands on him. This feminism shit is destroying the very fabric of society. If you go back throughout history and you look at every community, every paramountcy, every every empire, whenever the women get out of control, I know this shit sounds fucked up. What I'm saying, what you mean control? What you mean? Like, see that's your ego flaring up. Listen to me well. You go back throughout history. Whenever that family structure breaks down, it's over. Okay, it is over. And what are these feminists out here saying right now? There was a clip, a picture of a girl that was a feminist. And she said, "We got to stop saying that the black family needs to be saved. Damn, why do we got need families?" Like, this is the shit that they're literally telling us right now. Because quite frankly, it's Marxism, and they basically want you to get rid of the family. Because if you get rid of the family, the government takes the place of the family, and that way, that's why when you read on BLM's website, they say that we believe in the village raising your children. Why? Because they don't want the parent. They want to remove your right as parents to your children. See, y'all got to learn this stuff. If you really want to know, that video I did on Marxism, that video I did a while ago got 200 views. Nobody wanted to watch it. But that's the type of stuff that really helps explain this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And puts this stuff out here for us. And so, you know, that whole little thing, about removal of the father, removal of the family, role reversal. This is all to destroy the family. And once you do that, it is the destruction of a society. Well, I don't care nothing about America. Yeah, the problem is your ass is attached to America. You are American. You are, whether you like it or not. This is where you live. Whether you feel like you got citizenship, whatever. You know what I'm saying? All of us ain't moving to Africa, okay? So, and even if you do, shout out to O'Shea. O'Shea did a video of that about how a lot of times when you go to Africa, those Africans over there prefer working with white folks over black folks a lot of times anyway. They're not Pan African like that. They don't see us as brethren. They don't. A lot of them don't. Some of them do. And some of them don't see you as a brother, but they still might work with you and do business. And you need to do that to benefit yourself if you can. Empower yourself. But just understand and be logical and understand where you at and what's going on. When it comes to this family structure and what's going on in our communities, feminism, all this shit. And the biggest problem was the hypocrisy of them. And a lot of these people are silent on his daughter getting pregnant. But see, that needs to be pointed out, because I think it's fucked up that his daughter got pregnant, and a lot of these same people are quiet now. Toronto Burke is quiet. Michael Eric Dyson is quiet. You know what I'm saying? Jada Pinkett is quiet. T.I. gonna have to foot the bill for that child. He got the money. But still, he's gonna have to pay for it. Him and Tiny gonna wind up paying for that child. His daughter, I don't know what she does. All she do is probably just be rich. Let's just be honest. She's 24. And at that age, if I had that type of money, I wouldn't care. I would be like, okay, yeah, go ahead and enjoy your life. Don't, but I would still be mindful and try to make sure she ain't out there wilding out. But yeah, you want to travel and go shopping and take trips and just enjoy life, I'm all for that. I'd be cool with that if that was my daughter, even if it was my stepdaughter. I don't think that changes the case. He been in that girl's life since she was probably younger than my son. He was there when she was born, pretty much. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's his daughter. He raised her. She grew up in the house with him. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what y'all saying up here. I think it's a lack of game. 25 got a woman pregnant. To be honest, a lot of chicks easily, if you sexing her down, chick will unemployed dude with no. Yeah, yep. Facts. Yeah. Spit on me and I'll break your jaw. Yep. That's that. Thank you. You know what? I think women are miseducated about male nature, but who fault it if your dad won't say what the game is? Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's on me as a father to protect my daughter and tell her I need to have she needs to understand this is how men. I need to take on a date. This is how men treat you. This is that. I would have to talk about other girls. I say, now see, those girls out there showing their butts and spreading their legs and showing their coochie prints all on Instagram. Those girls are gonna get hard dick. Just when she's in her 20s, I'm gonna tell her just like that. They're gonna get hard dick. they're gonna get STDs and babies. And by the time they 30 years old, they're gonna be out of shape and raggedy. But if you want to be wife material, you respect you respect that man. You give him above all, men want respect. Like this is the type of shit you tell your daughter. Above all, we want respect. You know what I'm saying? If you respect him and he's a good man, he's gonna respect you. So you'll get respect. It won't ever be a situation. It'll be like, and I would use Fantasia because that's a friend of their family. Fantasia. I was like, look at her and her husband and how when she was talking, how she was spitting that game about her husband and how she looked at it. That's how you supposed to look at a man. That's what men want. You see, that's what I would say. So that when she gets older, she can recognize that type of stuff and say, this dude wants to be a rapper. Well, dad, you's a rapper. Yes. And now look at the life I put you in. This is what I want for you. Yes, I got you. I got here. This is how I got here. I was young. I rapped, I did. That doesn't mean that you need to go get you a rapper. But now this is where I think T.I. might have made a mistake. You got to understand. T.I. really, in all actuality, wanted to play, like playing that dope boy game anyway. He liked being proud that he was a dope boy. He from the streets and he a real nigga. Your daughter, I heard somebody say, it's not what you say to kids, it's what you do. Kids watch you, man. So his daughter probably watched him trying to play that tough guy role. You know what I'm saying? Talking about when he went out to Cloverland and got in a fight in Houston with old boy, Clover G, whatever his name was. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When he flew out there to Houston and got in a fight with old boy. When he fought Floyd Mayweather, she was in high school. You flying to fight a world heavyweight champion. I mean lightweight, but then Floyd would have beat the brakes up off T.I. ass. But T.I. So what does that teach your daughter? Or when you got locked out of your apartment complex and you came in late and the African guy was trying to ask you for ID and you got mad because you T.I. What did you do? Come on out here. You got to see me. So what does that make your daughter think? She thinks, okay, well, this is what a man is. This is like my daddy. Come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And so she went got what you are. So although you may have protected her from the way you operated and conducted yourself over the last, dare I say, 24 years of her life, is probably why she chose the nigga she chose. Children go off what they see. And I'm sorry, T.I., if you look at him, that's what he is. You know what I'm saying? And I would destroy all of them. Of course, I'd be banned, but still, yeah, they never gonna let you get the real on ESPN. They can't even tell you the truth about basketball. What make you think they're gonna tell you the truth about feminism? They'll never do that shit. You know what I'm saying? They probably about to cut me off, y'all. You know they still got this governor on my channel. I'm gonna put the video back up, man. Let me go ahead. Y'all have a good one, man. God bless y'all. I might do another live later, maybe a couple of days from now, but I ain't going live that much. I'll probably just start putting up regular content. God bless y'all. Y'all have a good one.